Well, basically, I had a friend notify me on Facebook that there was this online video contest with NBC's Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. So I said, oh, okay, fun. I kind of just entered it on a whim just for something to do, just to sort of have a good time with it, because the like online video contests are always just, fun, short little projects to work on. So I entered it, and I made like a mock sort of movie trailer that went over my qualities, that what I felt would give me the sort of quality to be the show's intern. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, they called me. I was actually at work, and there was like an unavailable number, and I was just like, eh, and just ignored it. And curiosity got the better of me when I was, later on at work, and I typed it in the search engine and realized that number was from NBC, and I kind of started, hitting myself like, whoops. What happened was I received an email from a lady named Sarah Schaefer, and she's like the head blogger of Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. And she contacted me and said, hey, you're a top 10 finalist. So I was kind of like, hey, what do I do now? And she let me know that the following Tuesday I was going to get an assignment, and that assignment was going to be to show us your world at school. And we had to create a 2-minute video that sort of showed us your world at school, and they would pick the winner from there. So I made my video, and then on that Tuesday somebody called me, and they were like, hey, you want to be our new intern? And I was like, yeah, sure. After I graduate, I'm hoping to, my long-term goal is kind of the pipeline dream of being a writer-director of feature films. I realize that's, right out of college, that's sort of unrealistic in the sense, not that it's wrong to have a dream, but, you got to think realistically and what you're able to do in your field right out of school. And I think, first I want to see where this internship goes, like if it's the kind of thing that I can, stick with, and if I'm doing well enough, and if I can sort of succeed in all the aspects and everything they want from me, then I'm hoping that they'll kind of keep me around, and maybe that I can, sort of work myself into something with NBC. It's a really unique internship. When I actually went to New York to be on the show, one of my best friends and roommates here, Ryan Koster, went with me, and we were kind of sitting around hanging out with Sarah and the bloggers and a couple people from the crew, and they were kind of filling us in on what was going on. And at one point we were just kind of sitting around. It was really laid back, and I was like, do you want me to go do something? Do I need to get coffee? What am I supposed to do? And like, no, you can just chill out there. I was like, all right. And my roommate's like, man, I bet all the interns hate you. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about that. I got a chance to meet Jimmy Fallon before the show, and of course during the show, and we talked a little bit afterwards. And he's just a really bona fide nice guy. He came up to me before the show. I was like, hey man, how you doing? Jimmy Fallon, nice to meet you. Mm-hmm. Great to have you on the show. Love the video. Looking forward to this. And I was like, oh. And it puts you at ease, to have him come up beforehand. And then during the show, he knew how to talk to you, and he knew what kind of questions to ask, and I just felt really comfortable. So we got to kind of hang out after the show and talk about some possibilities for the kind of videos I'd have to make. Well, the post-Fallon friends are no, I think in general it's kind of just along the lines of standard networking. It's like if someone's successful, you want to be able to potentially, I hate to condone it in a negatory way, but you want to be able to maybe potentially get something from that. Like if you have a good friend that all of a sudden is a success, or gets a job somewhere, it's kind of like, well, hey, maybe this can loop in. And I think that's where some of it's coming from. But I also think it's just like people didn't know I existed, and now it's like they do, which is, it's cool. It's a great feeling, regardless, to sort of feel this, this fame kind of thing. But really, I'm just an intern. Like I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity. I don't think I, But I don't know. I guess it gives me that feeling. It's a cool feeling. So
I think that's it. Do you have any final statements?
Don't do drugs.
Oh,
don't do drugs.
That's a good one.
Unless you're thinking Tylenol and you're sick, then in that case do drugs, because it'll help you. I think that's it.
All right, awesome.